Ryan Blair, ex-gang member, now successful entrepreneur. Ryan, you say you hate business plans. We have tens of thousands of TechCrunch viewers who are probably busy at the moment on their latest business plan. What's wrong with business plans?
They're generally filled with a lot of rhetoric, a lot of copycatting. I mean, the type of business plan that I get most inspired by is the one that's an economic model that can be recited out of intuition, out of memory, out of understanding the core drivers of the business. That's a plan to me. And so, when I'm interviewing an entrepreneur and I make a prospective investment, or I'm considering one rather, I want to really see gut level instincts for the economic model, for the plan. I don't want to see people spend a lot of time on paper. I think that after the business is operating, you should then really focus on the planning of it, but not, I don't like to see entrepreneurs spend a lot of time on the theoretical marketplace positioning of a company. I think that's a lot of garbage. I think you just got to go to work and start building a company.
You've raised more than $30 million yourself for various different startups, and you give a lot of advice, a whole couple of chapters in the book about how to raise money. What advice would you give to prospective entrepreneurs in the audience?
Yeah, for one, work with people who are, like myself, entrepreneurial advocates that want to help you build your business. Be careful. One of the chapters I titled Swimming with the Sharks. Be careful about the wrong venture capitalists, because the wrong venture capitalists are going to ruin your opportunity. And if you do have a great opportunity, they're going to rob you blind, and you're not going to end up with as much as you possibly could.
Are there right venture capitalists? Because some people say that all venture capitalists are wrong.
Well, not all of them, but there's some good ones out there, and there's some that I know that are good, but they're few and far between.
Who are they? Can you name names?
Yeah, Todd Gergen, for example, at Ropart, is a guy that I've worked with closely over time. John Doerr is an amazing venture capitalist, and there's a number of them out there. I think that for a startup entrepreneur, they should really get the right angels around them, and then those angels will help them with the right venture capitalists. But I would say be careful. Don't get the wrong people on the team, because you'll ruin it, and you'll end up regretting the company you created.
You're an angel yourself. Are you part of angel networks?
No, I'm not. One of the reasons why I wrote the book and I'm doing the media, why I'm on TechCrunch TV right now, is because I love getting business plans and I love working with aspiring entrepreneurs. So I'm not a part of a network whatsoever. I actually want to get them to send me the plan first. What
kind of plans are you interested in looking at?
I funded a mobile application company called FragMob that I'm really excited about. I've funded a number of companies. But generally technology-based stuff in the mobile space. Mobile payments is something I'm interested in. There's a lot of different interests out there, particularly in the mobilization of sales forces, for example. I've got FragMob doing that right now, and the company's already very successful.
Why are you so interested in that particular area?
Because I just see the way consumers are shifting to it. I mean, it's obvious. But for example, I have a very large sales force of something like 30,000 active salespeople that are now using our mobile software, and they're literally able to use it for payments and for getting the best price. We have kind of a reverse group offer software that's on there. So, for example, the very book that I wrote, my sales force was able to drive down the price by group buying, for example. So there's a lot of things that are happening out there that I think are going to change the way we all do business.
How do you like to be pitched, Ryan?
You know what? I don't like to be pitched. The best way, I guess, would be send me an email. I'll tell you what I don't like. I don't like it when a person asks me for an NDA before I actually know what the idea is. I like to have the entrepreneur show persistence, tenacity, and be relentless. A lot of times I'll not reply to an entrepreneur's pitch, and I'll see it. If they don't come back, then obviously they didn't want it bad enough. Or if I give them deliverables, like for example, I have questions and they don't come back with the answers, or they, they don't put the effort into it, then I don't put the effort into their business. So I like to see persistence. I like to see people that really want to win no matter what, and they want to get a yes or a no out of me no matter what. No maybes.
I suspect you're the kind of guy who invests in people rather than ideas.
I do. I invest, and if you look at every great company, it was the people, not the idea. The idea is the starting point, right? That's the inspiration. But, I believe in adaptation. I've had businesses that started out as a bad idea that turned into, a great result. And the reason why is because the people adapted the idea and adapted ideas around them to create a successful venture.